In this video, I'm going to demonstrate how you can use custom unique fields within your Contactzilla address book. As you can see, I have an empty address book here, and I'm going to click Add Contact. I'll fill in some basic details, and then if I proceed down to the drop-down at the bottom of the screen, I can find Custom Unique. Now, when you add a custom unique field, that value must be unique within the address book. We also have hidden custom unique, which behaves in a very similar manner, except you can only see it from the web interface, it isn't synced down to devices, and only administrators can see it. So I will proceed with custom unique for now, and I'm going to click the field drop down. Because we don't have any fields yet, this is empty, so I'm going to type client ID as an example field and click add, and then I'm going to proceed to give it a value. I'll save the contact, and as you expect, that contact saves, and I can see the field here with the value that I've set. If I add another contact, and I'll give this some details, I click custom field, select the existing field that we've already got, and then set the value and click save. Now, because I set the same value, it's alerting me that it's already been used within the address book, so I can't actually save this contact with this value. I'll give it a different value and click save, and you'll see that it's now saved that contact. I can also search the directory for these values. You can see it's found Nick here, and if I delete the 7, you'll see that it actually finds both because they both start with the same value. So I've already set up the sync with a device, and I'm just going to open the Apple contact address book. It hasn't yet downloaded the contact, so we need to give this a moment just to synchronize with the server. But what you'll see when it downloads the contacts is that actually these custom fields do not exist within Apple or iOS. So we have had to use the related name field. Now, when you look at the contact, it looks as you would expect, but what we do is we put a star at the beginning because it's a custom unique field. Custom fields rather than custom unique fields have a different indicator. If we edit this field, you'll see that it actually appears as a related name. Now, you can actually set custom fields within here by clicking custom, ensuring that there's a star at the beginning, and then type the name of your field, such as badge ID, and give that a value. But you do have to be careful to put this star in, otherwise it will treat it as a related name, and I'll save that. That will then update into the system shortly. If we watch in the interface, when it's synchronized, this will actually update with that new custom unique field of badge ID. Here you go. So the other thing that you can do is you can actually use custom unique fields to target contacts when you do an import. There isn't actually anything with this contact that would allow me to identify it other than the actual client ID here, or now the badge ID. If I proceed over to import and upload a CSV, here's an example CSV. It's just got one row, and I set a client ID, Dave Smith, david@company.com. Actually, I've just noticed that the client ID isn't correct. Dave Smith has got a 6 on the end. So for the purposes of this demo, I'm just going to change his client ID to 12345 to my import. We'll upload that CSV, which has now got the correct client ID. And you'll see we've got an email address here with Dave Smith. So what I want to do is ensure that that is mapped to the custom unique field, client ID. If we don't do this step, if we ignore this field, it won't be able to determine that this Dave Smith is the same as the Dave Smith in our address book. but because we've mapped this, it will find it. So we're going to set the first name and the last name, and we'll also map the email address. Now, the next important step is what's it going to do when it actually finds a duplicate? If we leave it as skip duplicates, it's going to identify that Dave already exists, and it's just going to ignore the row from the incoming CSV and skip over it. If we pick replace, it's going to take all of the CSV row contents and replace the contact in the system. Now, we actually have a badge ID in the system, so if we were to pick this, it would actually remove the badge ID. The third option is merge, and behaves as you would expect. When it finds a duplicate, it's going to take the data from the CSV and merge it into the record, ensuring that it removes any duplicate data. So in this particular instance, this is what we want to do. I'll click continue, and we'll let the import proceed, and you can see it has merged one contact. When I return to contacts and click Dave, I'll need to just refresh this. You can see now that it's actually imported the email address, and the client ID and the badge ID remain. We'll just go through that process again quickly, but I'll select the alternative replace method. It's going to remember the mappings, so these are correct. I'll just click continue, and I'll pick replace this time. And what's going to happen is it's going to remove our badge ID. You can see it's replace one record. I'll come into Dave and refresh this, and you'll see that it's now removed the badge ID as we'd expect. So custom unique fields are a really good way to be able to record a unique identifier for a contact, but more importantly, target those contacts when you're actually doing imports.